So what I'm going to do in today's video is something a little bit different, and I'm going to be working on my own car, and I'm going to be showing you the contact-free wash method that I've been using quite a decent bit recently in order to quickly get my car looking respectable again. So it's been about a week and a half since I last washed the vehicle, and the car has done about 200 miles since. Unusually for the UK, it hasn't rained during this time, and the car is just looking super dusty, but doesn't necessarily warrant a full wash, especially when I'm short on time. So I'm going to show you the full method that I use, including all the setup and putting a timer on the top right of the screen as well, so you can see really how long this actually takes me. So first starting with the setup, and I use my trusty Kranzol K10, and in order to get this going, I hook up the MTM hose reel that I've got on the wall and attach the pressure washer gun. So there is actually only one chemical that I use throughout this process, and that is a snow foam, and today it's going to be the Yum Cars one. The main reason I like this one, particularly for this method, is because it does have a really good dwell time, especially when it's a sunnier day like it is here. It doesn't dry out too quickly on the panels and allows me to give them a proper soak. It's a pH neutral snow foam, so it doesn't have a ton of cleaning power. However, the car is just dusty, so that's not really what I need here. So here I'm just going straight in with that snow foam. I'm not doing any pre-rinse beforehand, as it just wouldn't really be necessary. I just want that chemical to get to work, just encapsulating that dust so it's easier to rinse off later on. Now quickly I will mention why this method works well on my car, and it's mostly because it is really well protected. So all the surfaces are ceramic coated, so it does have a lot of repellency to help keep it cleaner between washes, but also just make it easier to clean as well. You don't have to have a ceramic coated vehicle to be able to do a contactless wash, but having a decent level of protection on there is really going to be important. As I said, I mainly just do this when the car is dusty, just to get it respectable again between proper washes. If the car had water spots and a heavier layer of traffic film, I could still use this method, but it wouldn't be quite as effective as if I just used it on a dusty surface. Once I am waiting for the snow foam to dwell and get to work a little bit, I do just get my DI water vessel ready. I'm not actually using it in the next step, but I will be using it in the one after, and this is the best time that I've got just to get it into position. Once I have given that snow foam a few minutes to dwell, I then give the car a thorough rinse with the pressure washer. I do spend a decent amount of time during this rinse stage, as this is obviously what's going to make the biggest difference to kind of the overall effectiveness of this method. I don't want to spend absolutely ages doing it, but I also don't want to give it just a quick blast, as that's not really going to work that well. So of course I am using that timer in the top right hand corner of the screen, just to give you a little bit of an idea of how long the overall process takes, including both setting up and packing away. But a lot of the time I do like to do this method when I've just been working on another car, and when I'm finished up with that, I'll do this method on my own car, as I already have everything set up. My pressure washer is ready to go, so it only takes about 10 minutes in this case, and just means I don't have to fully wash the car quite as frequently. Now the next thing that I do is connect up my DI water vessel. So this is what allows me to get spot-free water. So it means that when the water dries out on the panel, it won't leave any water spots behind as regular tap water would. You may be wondering why I don't just connect this up to my pressure washer in the previous step when I was rinsing it down, and the main reason is because the DI vessel does restrict the flow, and my pressure washer does need a good flow in order to work properly, otherwise the pump's going to get starved and potentially damage it. Now, if you didn't have a DI water vessel, but you did have a leaf blower or a car dryer, then this would be the other method that you could use here. The reason that I don't like using it as much is because it is a lot slower. You do have to be a lot more thorough in order to avoid water spots, and it can take me sort of up to 10 minutes to actually do a proper job using my car dryer, and at that point it's just adding too much time for me. There might be some of you out there thinking you could just give the car a quick spin, and that would remove a decent bit of the water, particularly if you do have a lot of protection on the car. However, it's not 100% effective, and it's probably going to end up in some water spots. Now, the only disadvantage of using the DI water vessel here is that if there are some airborne contaminants, things like pollen and dust, they can actually settle in the beads of water, and then when it dries out you can be left with kind of dusty spots on the car. That's why I do like to generally try and sheet off the water as much as I can, so there are fewer beads forming. I do also like to do this method before I go out on a drive as well, as that generally removes most of the water, but it also depends on the temperature as well. As it was a reasonably warm day and some panels were in direct sunlight, I was confident that those water beads would dry out before any contaminants really managed to actually settle on the surface. It usually doesn't take me very long to pack away after doing this wash method. It's really just a case of putting the DI vessel away and draining the hoses, and then also just detaching the pressure washer gun and nozzles and wrapping up that hose reel. Now, a couple of extra steps that I do if I have a little bit more time are firstly to wipe down the tyres just using a microfiber towel. On proper maintenance washes, I always apply a tyre dressing, and this easily lasts me a few weeks, so I can just wipe down the tyres to even out that finish, and it doesn't usually require any dressing afterwards. In terms of my interior routine, this usually only takes me a couple of minutes as well. It does help that this is only a 2-seater car, and I keep it really clean and I don't eat inside it, so generally there's not a need to vacuum it out that often, and I can get away with a quick wipe down, for example here using Soft 99's Wash Mist interior spray, which I'll also use on the mats as well. So I waited a few hours and made sure the car was fully dried before taking these photos, and hopefully you can see that the finish was really good. It's not absolutely flawless, and on a day like this where it is still quite dry and dusty, some pollen and general dust was already starting to settle on the car. So on occasions like this, it wouldn't have been worth me doing a full maintenance wash, and just using this method was sufficient in order to get the car looking decent again before I had time to give it a proper clean. As always, links to all the products that I have used in this video will be in the description so you can check them out, and if you have enjoyed it or found it useful, then it'd be brilliant if you could drop it a like, and thanks very much for watching.